great audience who gather to hear my tales and marvel at the spectacles performed by my darling boy Siraj. Today I shall tell you about my exclusive club in Paris and how it came to be. The thing is, Pa, this story's so boring. People want to hear about the time you took back an ancient treasure that was stolen for 1,000 years. Listen, my boy. One day you will inherit this distinguished gentleman's club, and you'll have the pressure of all Parisian entertainment upon your very shoulders. So I suggest you start planning as you perform the show. Now, everyone, the story starts about 10 years after the Great War. My wife, Siraj, and I moved from Algeria to France, and we saw the sparkling sea of performers and musicians and painters and poets and all the beautiful things. It was almost like a zoo of men, and I thought to myself that the world needed more of whatever this was. And so I founded Monsieur Python's House of Marvels, a place where extraordinarily talented employees would serve the social drunkards of the upper class, and perform their after hours for the same people. The first employee was the Bold Lion. He walked into my establishment and wanted to display his artwork while working at the bar and serving drinks. He produced such lovely abstract pieces that I refused to turn him down. The second employee was one I admired for quite a while, the shy king of the sea, the intelligent whale who had suffered an injury from his industrial work during a film production, leaving him unable to speak. But listen, he spoke with his films instead of his mouth. He produced moving masterpieces unlike any other. He was quite popular in his home country of Denmark, even more in Germany, and I was able to get my hands on one of his film reels while visiting. But he was too incredible for simply one country. I traveled back to Germany to meet him personally and asked him to employ in my gentleman's club. He agreed and worked as a waiter while reeling films on the side. And the third was a wealthy night singer of the Nightingale. He was a patron who sponsored my bar and gave it great attention, and he wanted to rent out the bar on some nights to host gatherings with fans of his radio show, a place where he would read aloud his fantastic novels, and knowing of his musical talent, I hired him to sing alongside the pianist. And this, my friends, is the amazing place of marvel and spectacle that I have given to you. Go forth and visit this zoological fantasy. Forgive that I kind of forgot this place existed, but to be absolutely fair, I never enjoyed puppeteering for all those self-promotions. But alright, as you said at the end of this ante-mortem letter, I must meet the residents of this establishment. Or, Monsieur Geezer, you could just say that I should meet my neighbors. But yes, that I will do. Wrong way. Good morning. I do appreciate your room's decor. Quite splendid, and, nautical. Should I come closer? Okay, then. Indeed it is, to both those statements. Sorry to bother, but you've got quite impeccable handwriting. Mine is so sloppish. Simply, how do you do it? You are a mime? Ah, but if you're not a mime, then what do you perform here? Well then, as the clock strikes 8, I expect you to perform your art well. Toodles! Ha, sir, state your occupation and perform. Strauss? Yes, are you a fan of his work? Oh, I prefer Saint-Saëns way more than any other man's work. I've simply lost my taste for diversity once he came into my life. Came into your life? Ah, a metaphor. Those are tricky little imps of language. No, I've become good friends with him. He was close to my father, and I befriended him in my youth during his winterly Algerian trips. Very lucky of you. Didn't he die a couple years ago? I'd assume he felt very despaired. 7. 7 is not a couple. Enough talk about the classics. In fact, I'll turn this off. Now, you were asking me a question? Yes, how do you work and how do you perform? I do many things to make my income. I sing in the jazz band that performs here, and in my free time I write stories and read them to, millions of people across France? Wow, a Renaissance man. A singer, a writer, a lover of the classics? Indeed. I would actually build the machines I so write about in detail, but, my body's too weak and frail. You should hunt more, like me. Running after a crocodile will put some skin on those bones. Speaking of crocodile skin and crocodile bones, they go great in a soup. Ah! It is 8 o'clock. Meet you at the club. Hey, boss. Hey, intruder, I have a name. And what's that? I would not be surprised if he named his son Claude II. Siraj. Whatever, we'll call you Monsieur Python. We never called Claude by his real name anyway. Alright, Mr. Intruder, get out of my face before I call the police. Hey, Siraj, I have a name, and a plaque at my door. Brigade Leonard. I work here as a bartender. Well, it seems like there's no briquet. Maybe it's faded out. I know there's no briquet. Could you go get me one? I needed to smoke. Are you this much of a trickster with everyone? I am who I am with people. Now I gotta go get to work just like you and everyone else around here. Alright, bye then. But if you do really want that lighter, I'll go get it for you. Here. You had it well hidden, so it was hard to find. Do you think? Think what? I mean, are you capable of any thought? You are lighting a fire right next to a bartender's stand. With alcohol! Gah, sorry, the properties of that stuff I'm muddy with. I don't drink. It's against my religion. Well, do me a favor and get a chemistry book. Learning science isn't against any faith I know of. Oh, you impish! Hi. Maybe you could make me a non-alcoholic drink. Maybe it'll be some good friendship fuel if, it's good. Yeah, no pressure. Are you alright with the virgin sidecar? Wait, what? Virgin meaning non-alcoholic, sidecar meaning drink. Whatever. Go talk with Lucas. I'm not in the greatest mood. Hello! Interacting with bar patrons is a good way to business things. Who are you? The namesake of the establishment, Monsieur Python, of course. You two look real pleased with yourself. What's got you all chipper? We're actually thinking about how to deal with a really big struggle. What are you two struggling with? We're all struggling with it. The turn of the new decade has given us an economic plague to which no one is immune, even wealthy business owners like you. Really? Indeed. You're the new owner of this place, yes? Then you must possess a clever and a strategic mind if you want this place to hold, because the wolf has no mercy for houses made of twigs or straw. Correction, it's the big bad wolf, not some regular wolf. Correction, it's not even a wolf at all, it's a metaphor. No duh, I knew it was a metaphor for the Depression, but you gotta at least get your illusions right. Thank you for warning me about this. I've been quite ignorant when it comes to current news, as I use newspapers for tablecloths for painting wooden puppets instead of, reading them. But now I know that I need to do something to make sure this kingdom stands, even after the king has been killed. And I would like you to come to the premises as soon as possible. Anything later than 3 days, and I shall unleash my ravenous inner beast within me. And I warn you, it will not look pretty for any of us. No depression shall happen under my watchful eye. Seems I'm up early. Very well then. Might as well do some vocal warm-ups before Chopin gets here. The Polish pianist? Isn't he well dead by now? Gah! What are you doing here? I assume you're an employee, yes? Well, I'm waiting for the other workers to show up here so that I can psychoanalyze them. But you know you're not allowed here, right? It's still technically closing hours. Monsieur Python invited me in this very, very recent letter. Hold on, let me go talk to him. Monsieur Python. Yeah! Why did you invite a psychoanalyst? Oh, no, Monsieur. Monsieur, what the men speak of, that is an economic depression. What? The economy? I hate the economy. You should. It's in a depression. We want to get out of that. You have to understand that I know nothing about how trade works. I've only engaged with trade. Now, the lack of knowledge is gonna, You have to understand I know nothing about how trade works. I've only engaged with trade. Now the lack of my knowledge is gonna let you all down. Or maybe you could ask the psychoanalyst if he knows anything about the economy. He seems well off and quite intelligent. Well, I suppose there is no harm in asking. I hope you're alright with me changing ideas, because, well, it seems I made a wrong decision to invite you. Strange. You very heavily emphasized the importance of my arrival in your letter. Because I didn't know this depression sweeping France is economic. Now be surely on your way. I need to open up the club. Very well. Do what you need. But talking about my feelings with him was very enlightening. Yes, but I spent a good lot of money on him, and now we're in an even deeper risk of being affected by this economic crap storm. Really? Great. And you're sure she's an economist? I do not want to make another mistake of hiring the wrong person for the job. Why not? What else am I gonna do? twiddle my thumbs and look at my father that I'd probably be disappointing.